Right. There we go. All right, there we go. Kia ora koutou. Welcome. Thank you. Welcome to the 2022 FMG Junior Young Farmer of the Year and Agri-Kids Friday Night Awards Night. I just vigorously did a fist pump and I felt like part of my bicep detached from my arm. I was young once, kids. This is the future. Physical exuberance not to be recommended. All right, so on the stage tonight, we're going to see the FMG Junior Young Farmer contestants go head-to-head in the face-off, the 5 of the top teams. And we're going to hear what the FMG Young Farmer of the Year contestants have to say in their speech challenge. And finally, much later tonight, past the bedtime of some of the children who are currently in here, we'll wake them up for it. We're going to find out who our Agri-Kids and FMG Junior Young Farmer of the Year champions are for 2022. Are we ready? Who had a great day? Who was wet in places they didn't realise they could ever be wet? I dried it. We're having a great night. A big welcome as well. Where's the camera? To the people who are on the live stream. Let's give the live stream people a wave. There are some people in the... What a smug sense of self-satisfaction that noise was in the crowd. Woo! We're in the room. Some of you are in the Dickens Inn, which is somewhere else. Some of you, I met a couple of women who were going to join in from the comfort of their own lounge. They said they can have their own snacks. The bar prices are cheaper, so they are there. So for all of the people joining us on the live stream, kia ora to you as well. We appreciate having you here. For the benefit of the live stream, I don't know where the exits are. I've explained to these people already where their exits are. You probably should look around and figure that out for yourselves. Also, for the people in the room, now is a good time to make sure your phones are either off. There's nothing you need to know. I don't think Boris has actually resigned yet, but I'm sure someone will tell you when he does. So either off or on silent. And as I say, we are live streaming tonight. Also, during the course of the quiz that you'll see soon, and so especially the quiz and the speeches, if anyone needs to get up at any stage, unless it's like a super crucial emergency, just please don't. If you want to wait until each of the rounds is finished, if you really do need to go to the toilet, if you want to get up and go, and then if we're in the middle of a round, just stay there until you'll see when we transition the rounds. It's pretty straightforward, all right? Is that good? All right, here's the other thing. We have, or are about to have, 5 teams come up here who are absolute winners, and I want to make sure they get the absolute fairest chance they can have. I am, after the events of the last few years, absolutely ruthless with anyone whispering, shouting, mumbling, mouthing an answer. If we see or hear anyone whisper, mumble, shout, or mouth an answer, it's really simple. We stop, we all stare at the person until they get up and they leave the room and they do not get invited back in. So they can go and stand outside until we're done, okay? We're super ruthless on making sure that these teams get the fairest shot they can have. And the sound, in a room like this, the sound does travel up. So if you're at the back and you think you can turn and safely mumble an answer to somebody, the chances are that sound's going to come up and we're going to hear it up here. So best advice, keep it in your head. All right. Here's how the night is going to run. I'm going to tell you some stuff. Done. All right, tick that off. We're going to have the face-off, then we're going to have a break because I need a rest. Talking is like I pulled a muscle on my arm just doing that. I can't get through a whole night without a break. Also, it gives you a chance to go to the bar and the facilities. Then we're going to have the speeches and the awards. All right. None of this would happen without our family of sponsors. They have not only backed us all along the way, you literally see them standing in fields at 7 regionals, and you certainly saw them all there at grand final today out in the practical field. We really do appreciate them. From the first regional final down in Otago, Southland, all the way up to a muddy field in Whangarei today, they've been with us, and many of them for a very long time. So, thanks to FMG, to Ravensdown, WorkSafe, Ministry for Primary Industries, the Environmental Protection Authority, Honda, Still, Lincoln University, Massey University, New Holland, and PTS Logistics. I just want to make it clear that they don't just sponsor the FMG Young Farmer of the Year. This is a package. They include Agri-Kids in the FMG Junior, so they make sure that that support goes to all of those 3 categories. So let's give them a big round of applause. We really appreciate it. This would not be the same without them. We would literally all be crammed into a tiny room at the Dickens Inn. And we would be holding these screens up as iPhones without our wonderful family of sponsors. Look, and also, None of these regions, none of the districts, the regionals, or the grand final can do what it is that we do without our local supporters as well. I'm now going to read out just a really long, settle in, folks, because there is so much support for this competition up here that it's quite a long list. So, local supporters: Whangarei AMP Society, Fire and Emergency NZ, Beef and Lamb, Toastmasters, Bushbuck, Placemakers Whangarei, Zero and Figured, Resine, Irrigation NZ, Bunnings, Dairy Industry NZ, A to Z Catering, People Potential, Greenlee, Northern Wairoa Vegetable Growers Association. I'm halfway. All right, the Hundavasa Arts Centre. Oh, what a place. The Linwood Avocado Nursery, Deluxe Box, the X-Site Group, Dig For You, Wade Concrete Products, Hanson Products, Northland Farm Services, Hikurangi Fire Brigade, Cowley's Hire, The Flower Bomb, Itaika Valley School, Blackwell Contract Fencing, RC Ag Ventures Limited, Steelmasters Whangarei, the Northland Caledonian Pipe Band, Farm Source Gallagher's, Heinz Pipe Systems, and Ecolab. Work safe for heroin. You're going to have an injury recur. You're right, it did recur. Hey, and the other thing you might have seen, particularly, I know I had a chat to some people today with the Agri Kids, and you saw a lot of their local sponsors. They had their main sponsors on the back, little side sponsors that are armful of people who donated. Amazing. If you get a chance in your community to see who it is that supports people like that, and you have a choice as to where to spend your money, please spend it with the people who sponsor the people in your community, and make a point of telling them that that is why you're doing it. All right? And even if you go to somewhere like, I went to one of the still shops to buy some of their excellent outdoor power equipment, battery-powered, silent chainsaw, got a lot of neighbours, and I don't want them to know I'm cutting down trees. But I did say, hey, look, I'm getting this because, A, you make really great gear, but also because you sponsor the FMG Young Farmer of the Year. Often the people in the stores don't know. It's really important that you say, hey, we really appreciate the support that you give our kids and our young people. So, let's crack into it. Whoa, I'm rattling through it because the night is long. Now it is time for it says face-off, introduction. Now it's time for the FMG Junior Young Farmer of the Year contestants to face off. Thanks to Massey University for putting together tonight's quiz. For those unfamiliar with the face-off, here is how it works. In a few moments, I'm going to invite to the stage the top 5 teams. Currently, they do not know who they are, but I do. I've got a piece of paper. Based on their scores from last night's exam and today's practical day challenge. The face-off is a head-to-head quiz. If you have seen the FMG Young Farmer of the Year, it is almost exactly the same as that. Many of the questions are very similar in their difficulty. So, it's a head-to-head quiz. When it tests their general agricultural knowledge, it's their chance to nab a few final points to push them closer to the title of the FMG Junior Young Farmer of the Year champions. But know that the winners of tonight's quiz may not necessarily be the winners of the overall competition. It is an amalgam of all of those scores, okay? It's the exam, plus the practical day, plus this quiz. How important is it? I have seen many times in this competition the lead change in this quiz. I've seen the competition decided by less than half a point. So every question that they get up here is a little help towards them taking out the title. So the team with the highest score will be named overall as champion. There are 5 rounds, 2 quick buzzer rounds, a photo identification round, a video round, and a quick fire round. I'm going to explain how they go as we go through it. And as I say, from the audience, nice and quiet while we are asking the questions. Because I want to make sure that everything is great, I've got 3 judges who are intimately involved with the competition. They're going to, if their decision is final, they will make sure that everything's right, that I read the questions out right, that there's any questions or anything like that, they sort it out. We have Dr. Renee Corner. She is a senior lecturer in sheep production in the International Sheep Research Centre. Geez, that sounds glamorous. At Massey University. A round of applause for Dr. Renee Corner. Well, we must chat about the difference between an international sheep and just an ordinary national sheep. It's great. So, hey, we appreciate having you here. Joseph Watts, no stranger to the stage, 3-time East Coast FMG Young Farmer of the Year, 2-time grand finalist, and just a wonderful competitor. And I love the reassurance of having Mr. Joseph Watts here. A round of applause for Joseph Watts. And Sam Waugh. He sat in a similar seat not too long ago. He was a finalist in the Northern Regional Finals back in April. Long-standing New Zealand Young Farmers Board member. So we welcome Sam as well. A round of applause for Sam. All right. So, who's it going to be? I know. I just waited for one team just to really aspirationally stand up and go, it's probably going to be us, and come up and I'll tell them where to sit. All right. So, this is in no particular order, okay? The top 5 teams. Starting with the team that is going to take their place at the 2 seats where it says Team 1. Team 1, they have come a long way. Ex-Southland Girls High School team, Tia and Renee. Tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to call all the teams up and then we'll have a bit of chit-chat to make sure that we can hear you on the mics. Welcome Cameron and Quinn, Napier Boys High School. It's a high school, women go to it, it's in Christchurch, Amelia and Erin. They didn't have to travel very far at all, but we appreciate the fact that they did make it all the way here from Mahurangi College, Mary and Tessa. Who will be team number 5? It's going to be from Columba College, Zoe and Miller. Alrighty folks, now is our chance to have a little bit of a chat and also to make sure that I can hear you and that you can hear me. So once they're settled down, can you hear me okay? Are you having a conversation about which side to sit on? Just sit down. Sit down. Great teamwork. So, can you hear me okay down there? All right, now I'm going to get a chance to see if I can hear you. So with these mics, they're pretty sensitive, but make sure that you're about sort of so far away from them just so that we can hear. Let us see. What was the highlight today for you, Tia and Renee, ex-Southland Girls High School?
Probably wasn't the weather, but...
What? You're from Southland?
We had high expectations coming here.
And what about your high expectations were not exceeded on today's excellent day?
No, it's better down in Southland, but today the tasks have been really good and we've really enjoyed our day.
And how was your bridge building?
Oh, excellent.
That's the correct answer. Marvellous. All right. Hey, Cameron and Quinn from Napier Boys. How was your day out there?
It was very good, thank you.
What was the highlight for you?
All of it, really. It's a pretty good time.
Most difficult part of the day?
Oh, we were pretty nervous for our speech, so pretty good. Happy to get that over and done with.
Yeah, it is good to get over and done with. What did you talk about?
Should New Zealand increase food production for a rising global population?
And you came to the conclusion?
Probably not.
I tell you what, we're going to have a great conversation after this with you, young gentlemen. I bet it was a well-argued speech as well. Amelia and Erin from Christchurch Girls High School. What was the most difficult thing you did out there today?
Soaring through that bit of wood.
I watched you do that, eh? Like, I sort of watched it and I was having, like, I've seen a lot of real moments of high drama and tension, but I really thought one of you was going to lose a limb. How long did it take?
A lot of time.
And have you done a lot of long-term soaring?
Not really, no.
What were you thinking and talking to you? Or were you like egging the other one on? What was the conversation at the time?
Don't saw anyone's limbs off was the starting point.
A very good starting point. All right, and what was anything out there today where you went, boom, nailed it? Bridge, maybe? How was your bridge?
Bridge was a bit average, but we were happy to get the speech out of the way.
Oh, what was your topic?
The same as the...
Oh, it was all the same topic?
Yeah, we just picked the same one.
Oh, you picked the same one. And what was your conclusion, yes or no?
No, but we do have other responsibilities.
Nice. You should get into politics. No, but yes. All right. All the very best. No. Hey, Mary and Tessa from Mahurangi College. How far away is that from here? Not far, right?
An hour and a half.
Yeah, not far. So almost, you're the home team. So a nice bit of home team support out there today?
Yeah.
What was the most difficult part of the day for you?
Kumara.
Eating or planting? Eh?
Planting.
Oh, you've never planted a kumara before?
No.
All right. For anyone who's never planted a kumara before, what's the tip?
You don't know yet.
You don't know yet. What did you do? Like, did you just bury it.
Pretty much.
Great. This is quite a lot. It's going to take us another 3 months to figure out whether or not their kumara have grown and whether they're going to win. All right. Marvellous. Highlight of the day for you?
I like the farmlet. I think. Yeah.
And finally getting the wood sawn. That was pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, that farmlet was a highlight actually. As you went through the day and you watched people's bridges come into shape, some of them I thought, well, just sometimes you just feel really inadequate as a human. And when you watch children build amazing bridges that you can't build, you just think, what is the point? I am giving up. I'm going to retire. All right. Hey, congratulations to you. Down the far end. Hi Zoe. Hi Miller.
G'day.
What was the highlight for you today?
Yeah, not sawing the wood.
Not sawing the wood.
The water activity was kind of fun.
What did you have to do for that?
Get water from one bucket to another, but you had questionable items that had holes in them and or a tarpaul in them.
Right. Now, I think I watched you do that for some period of time, and you were quite late in the day, so you were kind of in quite what I would term a deep slurry.
Yes.
Did you have a strategy?
Not really.
I think Zoe was about to tell me your strategy, which, my friend, you clearly did not pay attention to. Who's going to be answering questions on your behalf down there?
Paper, scissors, rock, probably.
All the very best. Hey, look, we had a whole lot of excellent teams. These are the top 5. As far as I'm concerned, they're all winners at this point. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, we're going to test our buzzers. So, this is the same setup, I think. James, is this the one we're using tomorrow as well? So, yeah. So, this is the one we're using for the actual Young Farmer of the Year contestants. So, we're not sparing any expense here. So, let us have a little go with your buzzer. Have a test. Great. Do you want to have a little push as well? Are you going to do any? Great. Marvellous. Down to the next team. Great. And I'm optimistically I'm going to give everyone a go. Miller probably doesn't need to go. I'm joking. Team 3. Right. Good, comfortable. Yep, team 4. Yep. Cool. And Zoe? Miller! Great. Now you can have a go. For a moment there, I thought I was going to win. Hey, no, here's the thing. You may, and I've done this myself in a TV quiz thing the other day, you think you've hit that buzzer and maybe you're before anyone else, but it's set up so that whenever the first team hits that buzzer, bang, all of the other buzzers are shut up. There's no delay, it doesn't matter where you are on the desk, it's first to that buzzer. And it's just that nice gentle push, and then when we ask the questions, the most important thing, and we've done this out in the field, all up and down the country, is that you must wait for me to call your team first. And I'm just going to say team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4, team 5, okay? Good? All right. That's super important. All right. Let us get into it. So, nice and quiet in the room. I'm going to explain how each of the rounds works, but before we do, I'm insured with them, which is great for me, but I'm sure they're not over the moon about it. It's FMG.
Tell you what, it's hard finding the perfect partner.
So what's next?
I suppose we could ask around.
At FMG, we're proud to partner with the FMG Young Farmer of the Year contest and get in behind all of this year's deserving finalists. Get on ya, Tim, Chris, Mark, David, Johnny, Tom and Alex. And let's not forget all the amazing volunteers. All the best from everyone at FMG. We're here for the good of the country.
Brilliant. What about a round of applause for FMG? Digital platform, actually. Get a little email to remind you to log on, win a prize. It is great. Let's get into it because these people want to win a prize. So this is round number 1. It is a quick buzzer round for all contestants. All right, I'm going to ask 15 short answer questions. Each team is going to have a chance to buzz in and answer them. So you know the drill. I'm going to ask a question. Boom, first team on the buzzer. You will buzz in. I will name the team. The team will answer the question. If you get it right, you get 1 point. If you get it wrong, you get a point off for an incorrect answer, or if you hesitate for too long, okay? I think it's about 5 seconds. No second chances for anyone else, and we're going to crack into it. All right. Are you ready? Let me just take a little glass of this beautiful Northland water. You'd think I would have absorbed enough of it through my skin today. But I didn't. Here we go. All right. Round one. Quiet, please. Question 1. What does DM stand for in terms of Team 1?
Dry matter.
Exactly right. Which insect spreads malaria? Team 2.
Mosquito.
Yes. What country does New Zealand export the most lamb to? Team 3.
China.
Exactly right. It's going down the line. What substance gives wool its greasy feeling? Team 5.
Lanolin.
Absolutely right. Amex and Fritz are two processes used to produce what? Amex and Fritz. Nobody? How many New Zealand young farmers regions are there? Team 2.
7.
Yes. Which country produces the most wool globally? Which country produces the most wool globally? No idea. Team 2.
Australia?
Was that a guess?
Sort of.
Brilliant. Absolutely right. What is the chemical formula for methane? Team 3.
CH4.
Yes. I thought that would probably be enough. By value. What is New Zealand's largest fresh vegetable export? Team 3.
Potatoes.
It is not. What is the New Zealand dairy industry's largest export by volume? Team 1.
Milk powder.
That will do. Zea maize is the scientific name for Team 5.
Maize.
Absolutely right. Canola has what colour flowers? Team 1.
Yellow.
Yes. What is the name for an entire male sheep? Team 3.
Ram.
That'll do. A mule is the offspring of a horse. Team 3.
Donkey.
Yes. Which country produces the most avocados? Team 1.
New Zealand.
What? New Zealand? I mean, we're aspirational. And I like the fact that you pandered to the north, Southland, but it is in fact the New Zealand of the North. Mexico is the answer we wanted. The end of the round. All right, let us have a look at the ones we didn't. Amex and Fritz are two processes used to produce butter is the answer that I wanted. By value, New Zealand's largest fresh vegetable export. Coomera. So parochial up here. It's onion. Onion is the largest fresh vegetable export. That is the end of the round. While we tally up the scores, let's look at the video from... Oh, round of applause. Ravensdale.
Hey! Hello, I'm Demelza. Nice to meet you. I'm an agri manager for Ravensdown. And I don't know if you've noticed, but it's a jungle out there. But we're here to help farmers navigate this ever-changing landscape.
And boy, we do some cool stuff.
Like reducing greenhouse gas emissions from dairy effluent ponds with technology developed in partnership with Lincoln University. We work alongside farmers to develop their farm environment plans so they can prepare for the future. We work with local community groups to support the environment, like with the Takaka Hill Biodiversity Group Partnership. But don't worry, we still do fertiliser.
The question is, what will we do next? Yeah, it's good stuff, isn't it? I agree with that. Normally one of my toughest clients. You enjoy that grass?
Ravensdown, really diversifying our agricultural production. They are awesome. What about a round of applause for Ravensdown? Just make sure you speak into the mic, because it's hard for you because I'm right here, but yeah. All right, cool. Let's look at the scores. So, Mary and Tessa remain where they were. Cameron and Quinn and Amelia and Erin picked up 3. Tia and Renee, Zoe and Miller picked up 2. As we head into the second round. Now, this is a photo identification round. Can you all see those 2 screens? Yeah, can you see? Yeah, do you need to move slightly? Is it, what's in the way? Is it me?
Yeah.
Well, I can't move. Can I? Oh, yeah, I can. All right, there we go. Can you see now? All right, and can you see? Yep, thank you, Miller. Thumbs up down there. So, this is, let's see, photo identification round. We're going to show you 15 photos. Then we're going to ask a corresponding question, okay? So, any team can buzz in but a reminder, you must wait for me to say your team name before you answer. Each correct answer is worth a point. Incorrect answer, you drop a point. Essentially, it's the same as the previous round, except it's based on some photos. So keep your eye on the photos, nice and quiet in the crowd as we go to the first photograph. What a sitter. Name this pest. Team 2.
Possum.
Yes. What is the coloration of this horse called? Team 3.
Bay.
Yes. Name this weed. Team 3.
Mallow.
Yes. What type of wool is icebreaker clothing made from? Team 3.
Merino.
Yes. What is the organisation that represents tomato growers in New Zealand? The organisation that represents tomato growers in New Zealand. No idea. What type of irrigation is this? Team 3.
K-line.
Yes. What implement is the tractor operating here? Team 1.
Cow harrow.
Absolutely right. What breed of deer is pictured here? What breed of deer? Team 3.
Red.
That'll do. What are the young of rabbits called? Team 3.
Kits.
Yes. Name this cereal. Team 3.
Barley.
Yes. What breed of sheep is this? What breed of sheep? Quiet in the crowd. Name this. Oh, hang on. Did you want to have a go? Yes.
Cheviot.
No. Name this kiwi fruit variety. Team 2.
Gold.
Thank you. Yes, that is right. What is the name given to the digestive system of a pig? Team 2.
Monogastric.
I don't even know how you knew that, but you're absolutely right. 2 more to go. Name this animal feed. What is this animal feed? Team 3.
Palm kernel.
No. What is the liquid byproduct of cheese production? Team 3.
Whey.
You lost a point, you gained a point. Whey is absolutely right. Congratulations. Here's a little dance. The organisation that represents tomato growers in New Zealand, they really push the boat out with their name, Tomatoes NZ.
I was going to say.
Love a tomato. Love a tomato. What type of sheep was it? Here's someone from the International Sheep Space Research Station. What was it? It was an East Frisian. Does that qualify as an international sheep? Yes, it does. Great. Well, there you go. East Frisian was the answer we were looking for, and it was maize silage. So it looks difficult, was easy in the end. So there we go. While we tally up the scores, look, their gear is great. Let's have a look at the still video. Brilliant. There's basically a reenactment of the head-to-heads today. All right, James is going to throw the scores up in a moment. There they are. So, 7 points, Team 3 picked up in that round. 3 for Cameron and Quinn. 1 for Tia and Renee. Mary and Tessa stayed where they were, and Zoe and Miller just dropped back 1. As we go to the quick fire round. Time to speed things up. Here, each team is going to have 45 seconds to answer a maximum of 10 questions. You've all done this out in the field. You're familiar with it, I'm sure. Each question is worth 2 points. There is no penalty for an incorrect answer. You can pass on a question and move on to the next one, but we cannot come back to it. Because, and you've heard me say this before, because there's no penalty for an incorrect answer, have a guess. I have seen people fluke this one, okay? So, diddly-do. If you want to pass, you can just say pass and we'll move on. No buzzers on this round. No other teams can buzz in. The 45 seconds is entirely yours. It's plenty of time to get through those 10 questions. Don't dilly-dally on them if you really don't know. Have a guess and move on. If I start a question and the buzzer, I think it's a whistle, isn't it? What's it going to sound like, Caitlin? It's a whistle. If I've started the question, I'll stop straight away and you can have a guess at the answer, okay? Sound good? Any questions? Yes, there are. I've got many of them right here. So, here we go. Team number 1. So, nice and close into that mic, okay? So, feel free not to look at me because your face will turn over this way when there comes to an answer. Okay. All right. Shh, nice and quiet, please. Your 45 seconds starts now. What species contains the Bosque and Triumph varieties?
Apples.
No. Which part of an animal is primarily affected by leptospirosis?
Feet.
No. Murray Grey is a breed of what species?
Cattle.
Yes. What is the maximum number of living leaves that a ryegrass tiller will have?
7.
No. What animal does Mycoplasma bovis affect?
Cows.
Yeah, judges.
Dairy.
Which breed of sheep has the finest wool in New Zealand?
Merino.
Yes. What is the high-value product called that is harvested from stag antlers?
Velvet.
Yes. What 2 breeds of dairy cattle are the parent breed for New Zealand cross dairy cattle?
Friesian and Jersey.
Yes. What is... You can have a go. What is...
Kiwi fruit.
No. The Māori word for farm, pamu. All right. Hey, what a great round. Round of applause. What did we miss? Bosque and Triumph are varieties of pear. Leptospirosis affects the kidneys. Maximum number of living leaves a ryegrass tiller can have is 3. What do we go with Mycoplasma? But it's good. I had cattle, but dairy cows. Judges have given you that. That's absolutely tickety-boo as far as I'm concerned. So congratulations to you. All right. Team 2. You ready? Rubbing your hands together in delight. Right, to make sure I'm hydrated so that we'll get through these. All right. Your 45 seconds starts now. Which country produces the most wheat?
Russia?
No. Arapara are a breed of which species?
Sheep.
Yes. Which species contains the cultivars Chandler and Pajero?
Potatoes?
No. Which industry is affected by American foul brood disease?
Bees?
Yes. PSA is a disease of what fruit?
Pears?
No. What is the major health issue in lactating dairy cows?
Mastitis?
Yes. What is the Māori name for Podocarpus tortura?
Pass.
What is a speckle park?
Sheep?
No. What colour were carrots before the Dutch made them orange?
Yellow?
Yeah, you can answer. The answer was yellow. It was purple. And then the Dutch went, no. We're Dutch and we like orange. So they became orange. All right, which country produces the most wheat? It is China. Chandler and Pajero are varieties of strawberries. PSA affects kiwi fruits. Maybe you remembered that a little while ago. Podocarpus tortura is the tortura tree. Speckle Park are a breed of cattle. So a round of applause for Cameron and Quinn. All right, team 3. Amelia and Erin. How you doing?
Good.
Yep, good. You can still hear everything okay? Okay, your 45 seconds starts now. What species contains the cultivars Maya and Eureka?
Potato?
No. Which country produces the most coffee?
Brazil.
Yes. Name an animal species that can be affected by the disease scrapie.
Sheep?
Yes. What gas is converted into oxygen during photosynthesis?
Carbon dioxide?
Yes. What is the wasting disease of sheep called?
Pass.
What does an elevated concentration of somatic cells in milk indicate?
Mastitis?
Yes, dairy cattle farmers get paid based on milk solids. What are the 2 components of milk solids?
Pass.
Clydesdale are a breed of what?
Horse.
Great teamwork!
Yeah.
It's the
They
whistle.
are a breed of horse, and what a breed they are. Round of applause.
I was going to say,
Species contains the cultivars Maya and Eureka. I reckon many of them are squeezing it into our drink at this point of the year. It's lemon. The wasting disease of sheep is Johne's disease, and it's fat and protein are the 2 components of milk solids. So, great round by Amelia and Erin. All right. Team 4, Mary and Tessa. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Great. All right, the two of you, make sure you're looking straight into the mic so that I can hear the answers. Your 45 seconds starts now. What fruit species contains the Pink Lady and Jazz varieties?
Cherry.
No. Which country produces the most potatoes?
New Zealand.
No. Which organisation runs the TB-free program for bovine tuberculosis?
MPI.
No. What species contains the red shaver breed?
Chicks.
Yes. What are male honeybees called?
Drakes.
No. What cattle disease is spread by ticks in New Zealand?
Malaria.
No. In dairy cattle in New Zealand, what breed has the highest milk fat plus protein concentration?
Jersey.
Yes. Waka Waka is the Māori name for...
Fantail.
Yes. What does ME stand for in relation to pasture?
Pass.
What is the mineral in... What is the mineral?
Salt.
Oh. Nope. In the black, deficient in black ring in the South Waikato, cobalt was the answer we were looking for. All right, so Pink Lady and Jazz are apples. Country that produces the most potatoes, China. I know. Sometimes that noise goes off in my brain when I'm reading through these. I didn't know that. Not renowned for their potato. What are they? I guess, I don't know. We'll discuss it later on. Osprey run the TB-free program. Male honeybees are drones. I think you probably knew that, eh? Yeah, not drakes. And Thaleria, or Thaleria is the cattle disease spread by ticks. ME stands for metabolizable energy in relation to pasture, but a pretty great round for you as well. Zoe and Miller, conferring. What did you just tell them, Zoe?
Not to answer.
I really appreciate your honesty. Might adopt you. You're great. All right. Here we go. Your 45 seconds starts now. Which country produces the most bananas?
Rarotonga.
No. What mineral does clover add to the soil?
Nitrogen.
Yes. What species contains the boar breed?
Pig.
Sorry?
Pig.
No. What species contains the cultivars Rua and Nadine?
Potatoes.
Yes. What is the component which causes plants to have its green colour?
Chlorophyll.
Yes. Black spot is a disease of what fruit?
Banana.
No. What age approximately are dairy cattle heifers first bred in New Zealand?
2.
No. What are the leaves of Pinus radiata called?
Pine cones.
No. What is collected for a herd test?
Semen.
Sorry? What did he... Oh, Zoe, I've got to know what he said. What did he say? Because I think I knew what he said. Did he say what I thought? Eh? Yeah, I thought it was. I've done a lot of herd testing over the years, but not once has that been what I ended up collecting. Going to be a long drive home in the car with some of the agri kids tonight, as that incorrect answer is explained to them. Milk was the answer we wanted for. Which country produces the most bananas? Prepare to make that little noise again. It's India. The boar breed is goat. Now, you said pig, eh? Yeah, I thought that was pretty much the case. That's why I checked. Black spot is a disease of apples. What age approximately are dairy cattle heifers first bred in New Zealand? It is in a range of 13 to 15 months. Pinus radiata leaves are the what of a pine tree? Pine needles is the answer we were looking for. Round of applause for Zoe and Miller. How many of you go to Massey next year? Anyone? All right, nice work. Let's take a look at Massey.
Massey University is Aotearoa, New Zealand's #1 ranked university for agriculture. Agriculture and horticulture drive our economy. And at Massey University, we partner with industry to ensure our world-leading research and teaching is focused on developing future farm systems that are innovative, sustainable, and both environmentally and animal welfare friendly. Our students experience world-renowned work-integrated learning programs designed to produce graduates in high demand, both nationally and internationally.
Great, looks great, doesn't it? And they've got an international sheep station. Great, I love this country so much. Let us have a look at the points. How did we go? Oh, great work, everybody. Tia and Renee and Amelia and Erin picked up 5. Everybody else increased their scores by 3. So nice work. As we go to a video round. We didn't have this in a field because I thought of me holding up my iPhone while you could all sit and stare at it from a distance in the paddock. Didn't really work. So we're going to do it here. What's going to happen is I'm going to show, well, I'm going to, James is going to press a button. We're going to show a 20-second video clip and then I'm going to ask 5 questions related to the video, okay? So watch the video. Take in every detail that you see on that video and then it's a quick buzzer 5-question series after that. So, any team can buzz in, wait for me to call your answer. 2 points if you get it correct. If you don't, you drop 1 point, okay? All sound good. Nice and quiet in the crowd as we watch this video, and then I'm going to go straight to the questions. James. Right, first question. What vegetable was being planted? Team 2.
Peas?
No. What was the last crop featured? Team 3.
Peas.
Yes. How many tractors were seen? Team 1.
5.
No. What YouTube channel is this video from? Team 5.
Canterbury Kiwi.
Are you subscribers? You should be. It's absolutely right. Final question. What vegetable is being harvested? Team 5.
Kumara.
No. Carrots was the answer that we wanted. That is a difficult round. So, the vegetable being planted was potatoes. How many tractors were seen? There were 7. You got the Canterbury Kiwi YouTube channel that we're all going to rush out and have a look at because it looks amazing. And carrots was the answer we all wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Round of applause for the teams. Never an easy round without a pen and paper to write some stuff down, but that was really good. Let's have a look at Honda.
So as far back as I can remember, we've had Hondas going on 20 plus years.
I've never tried any other brands. I've always had Hondas, so that's 40 years of straight Hondas. They just keep going.
The engineering on the Honda is really, really impressive. It's simple yet effective, and I think that's one of the major reasons why they're so rock solid reliable.
I'll definitely stay with Honda. The service is second to none that we're getting.
We've just had such a good rep with the local dealership.
We always get such great service.
They're easy to maintain and cheap to maintain, and they're just bulletproof. Every day I jump on, crank it up and away we go, and never have any problems. It's great.
Brilliant. What a great showcase for the landscape of this country, isn't it? So what about a round of applause for Honda? We love them. You hear those south and left accents, eh? It's cheap and it's easy to maintain. Brilliant. How did we do? A couple of teams dropped a point. Amelia and Erin picked one up. The others stayed where they were. So here we go now into round 5. Another quick buzzer round for all contestants. This is the final round. The last chance for the teams to score any lucky points. It may just change the positions, and from what I gather, we're pretty close in the competition. It's another quick buzzer round, so just like the first one, I'm going to ask 15 questions. Every team gets a chance to buzz in. Once you've buzzed in, wait for me to call your team number. 1 point for a correct answer. You drop a point for an incorrect answer. No second chances for anyone else. And again, if you buzz in and you don't answer within 5 seconds, you drop a point for that as well. So here we go. Shh. First question. What is the name of a young hen that is under 1 year of age? Team 1.
Pullet.
Yes. What breed of sheep were introduced first into New Zealand? What is hypocalcemia, more commonly? Team 3.
Milk fever.
Absolutely right. What country is New Zealand's most important market for deer velvet? Team 3.
China.
No. The primary sector climate action partnership is known as? Team 5.
He waka eke noa.
Absolutely right. What is the recommended BCS at calving for mature cows? What does EBV stand for in animal breeding? Team 3.
Estimated breeding value.
Absolutely right. Who was the 2021 FMG Young Farmer of the Year? Team 3.
Jake Jarman.
Yes, he was. What is the main form of protein that makes up wool? The main form of... Team 5.
Keratin.
Absolutely right. What colour are chickens attracted to? What colour are chickens attracted to? Team 5.
Blue.
No. Flax seed is also known as what? Flax seed. Flax seed. Team 5.
Linseed.
Yes. In what month do the majority of dairy herds in New Zealand start calving? Team 1.
August.
No. For what purpose were possums first introduced to New Zealand? Possums. For what purpose? Team 3.
Their fur.
Yes. How many native bats does New Zealand have? Team 2.
2.
Yes, it is 2. What does MPI stand for? Flurry of hands. Team 3.
Ministry for Primary Industries.
Absolutely correct. You get the last points of the evening. Captain Cook turned up with a couple of merino sheep. He released them, and then he noted in his diary, 2 days later, they all died. All right. Thankfully, he was in charge of the Endeavour and not the Ark. Now, country that is New Zealand's most important market for deer velvet, it is South Korea. The recommended BCS at calving for mature cows is 5.0. Chickens are attracted, ready for the noise, to red. I didn't know that. In what month did the majority of dairy herds in New Zealand start calving? It was July. So, while we tally up the scores... Oh, we don't... Oh, no, we're not going to show you those ones, are we? We're going to keep it a little mystery for anyone who's got their phone out doing some adding. So, with that, my friends, by which I mean everybody in the room, and particularly my new friends up here, that is the face-off over. Let us give them a massive round of applause. I have hosted this and things like this for an incredibly long time. I've sat in audiences, and I tell you what, until I did it as part of a TV thing the other day, you do not realise how stressful this moment is. They know the answers to many of these questions, and in the moment those answers disappear out. I thought they did a magnificent job tonight. I thought you did a great job today. You are 10 of the best of the FMG. Well, you are the 10 best of the FMG Young Farmer of the Year junior competitors. Very soon, some of you will be slightly better than the others. But who's it going to be? We're going to find out after the break. Likewise, with the Agri Kids. How are the Agri Kids going? How many of the Agri Kids sat there in the audience and answered some of these questions in their heads? We very much look forward to seeing many of you up here in the next few years when you grow up and reach, I was going to say maturity, but it's sort of prematurity. Prematurity? I don't know. When you become like these people. All right. I'm going to leave now because I've lost all oxygen in my brain. Hey, we are going to take just a very short break, 15 minutes, the bar's open, use the facilities. We're going to come back with the speeches and the prizes. And again, another round of applause for these 10 excellent competitors. And yourselves, you were great. Back soon. Hey, nice work, everyone. Great. Your patience. I know many of you thought, wow, that 15 minutes seemed like a lot longer. It's the north, everything's at a gentle pace up here. Also, we were quite fast in the first half, and so we had to wait for our contestants to turn up. What a great break. All right. We are now going to learn a thing or two from our FMG Young Farmer of the Year contestants. Over the next 40 minutes, each of our 7 grand finalists are going to take the stage to present their 4-minute speeches. Judging them today, a panel of experts. There they are. Hello. How are you? Let us meet them. Adam Heath. There's Adam. Adam joined FMG as Chief Executive in December 2021. And he is one of our judges. He feels privileged to be part of FMG, an iconic New Zealand rural branded team with a long and proud history of helping to build strong rural communities, which indeed is very true. Murray Coots, there is Murray down the far end. He's been an active member of Toastmasters for 20 years and was the District Governor for New Zealand. He has been judging speech contests since 2005 and has judged the World Final to select the World Champion of Public Speaking. So, I tell you what, if there is somebody who knows how to judge a speaking competition, it is Murray. Which means that in the centre is David Doherty. Comes from a long line of farmers in Ireland and New Zealand with his great-grandfather, his great-grandfather and father running a sheep and beef station at Hukanui in the Wairarapa. He has escaped from that house from Wellington now, where he's worked for more than 30 years in the public service. He's currently the manager of Insight Strategy and Engagement at the EPA. So let us have a round of applause for our 3 judges. We really do appreciate all that they bring to this. And again, to any of the young people that are out here, if you ever get a chance to get involved with judging anything, whatever that you do, if you love doing it and you get to become a judge in that, you can only become better at it yourself. So get amongst it. All right, our 7 grand finalists had topics to choose from. They had 2 weeks to prepare. The topics were centred around various themes within the food and fibre sector, like employment markets, food production, post-pandemic manufacturing, and climate change. Before we hear, however, from our grand finalists, let's hear from the Ministry for Primary Industries, who helped develop the speech topics you will hear tonight.
Kia ora koutou katoa. Hi everyone. The Ministry for Primary Industries is proud to back our primary sector and to support this year's Young Farmers Contest. Our vision is New Zealand to be the world's most sustainable producer of high value food and primary products. 367,000 people get up every day to work in our sector. You help feed our country and the world wants our products because they're made with care. That's why our primary industry exports are on track to reach an incredible $52.2 billion this year. And with you as our future leaders, we can keep building on that. Your talent, energy and passion are the critical ingredients that make New Zealand an amazing farming nation. You're crucial to our success, and through your ideas, innovation, hard work and pride in what you do every single day, you make this a wonderful country. Best of luck to everyone. Ngā mihi nui ki a koe.
Brilliant. Massive thanks to the Ministry for Primary Industries. And look, I'm an expert. That was a very good piece to camera. Magnificent. All right, are we ready for the contestants? There are 7 of them. They're going to come up one by one. I'll introduce them. I'll leave them to do their speech, then I'll come back afterwards. So, the first of our contestants is from the Nightcaps Young Farmers Club. He's representing Otago, Southland. He's a farm manager where most of the speaking, I imagine he does, is generally yelling at 2,000 ewes or 550 bulls near Mossburn. What a great competitor. Please welcome, speaking to the topic, how will automation and innovation impact New Zealand's employment market socially and economically, Alex Field.
Hey Lilbo Pete, your sheep are going to get through that fence. You should talk to Mr. Gallagher down the road. I hear he's got this new fence. Shocking, I know. Kiwi farmers like myself and innovation go hand in hand. The effects of that innovation and automation have on the employment market are harder to explain than how a hay baler ties its knots. The only way I can explain these effects is if we take a journey to where we have been, where we are, and where we're going. New innovations in the past have resulted in losses, but in the process, new jobs were created. Tractors removed teams of men cutting hay by hand and replaced them with operators. A small blue V and pie reliance from the local Foursquare. Milking machines dramatically increased how many cows you can milk before breakfast. And the invention of the chainsaw turned axemen from manly profession to a manly way to lose a few toes down the local show. There are many more examples of how innovation in the past have boosted the economy through more production and better efficiency. But today, the unemployment rate is down to 3%. You're probably thinking, the world's a happy place. COVID resulted in New Zealand shutting down its borders, which was great. We did save a lot of lives. But what it did do is highlight our reliance on foreign labour. Fruit went unpicked. Dairy farmers were doing double shifts. While the labour shortage created plenty of problems, it also had plenty of opportunities. Growers embraced FOPS technology to allow for automated fruit picking. Dairy farmers increasingly donned cow collars, automated cup removal, and some even left machines to milk the cows for them. This is the part where you're sitting there going, now Alex, all this automation and innovation is bad. Machines are taking our jobs. And you're right, they are taking our jobs. Those jobs that no one wanted to do in the first place. With the lower labour costs, our products remain cost competitive in the global market. But not only that, we work less, we have more time off, and we get paid more. The technology available in the future will allow us to perform at new heights. Just the other day, I patted the old humble heading dog, launched a drone in the air, and mustered the hill. Ladies and gentlemen, judges, we are, we always will continue to lead the world in innovation. What this change may cause to the employment market is unsure, but it will continue to leave a stronger and more resilient economy. Hey, Bo Peep, those sheep are going to get through that fence again. How is your fence wireless?
Mr. Alex Fields. It's one of those things that, you know, we often say we don't celebrate our stories enough. Gallagher, most of you will be familiar with fencing. They're actually world leaders in some of the most secure institutions in the world. Biometric security, we're talking literally maximum security prisons, nuclear silos, whatnot. We are the world leaders in that, all from some dude in the Waikato who reckoned, I reckon I could throw a wire from the power lines onto the car. What could possibly go wrong? Well, nothing. As it turns out, a great business decision. So, judges are doing their scoring. We will give them a moment to do that. Adding up their scores. And we've seen some great speeches over the many years. One of the reasons we continue to have this, it's very important to be able to communicate, and you'll see that many of their former winners of this contest as well go on to pop up on the news. They speak at various forums, and so very much being in modern agribusiness today, it's about being able to communicate very, very well. So Alex Field spoke on how will automation and innovation impact New Zealand's employment market socially and economically. Judges are conferring, adding up their scores. Stacey's nodding. Why are you nodding, Stacey? Great. Brilliant. All right, will you please, he is from the Te Kawa West Young Farmers Club, representing Waikato Bay of Plenty, a dairy farmer and a calf rearer, also has a part-time job with Connectera, a new artificial intelligence platform in the New Zealand market, speaking to how can food producers balance the tension between production and profitability, while also respecting environmental and social expectations, a sentence that will take up most of his 4 minutes. Will you please welcome Chris Poole?
down the sideline, steps one, chips it over Quade Cooper's head, catches it, and scores under the posts. How good are the Barretts? If they were dairy cows, they'd have breeding worths over 1,000. If you were Steve Hansen picking the starting lineup, would you rather be choosing from a family of Barretts or a family of Quade Coopers? Farmers are constantly picking their starting team every day, trying to pick the cows that are going to give them the most milk with the least expenses. Judges, family and friends, food producers are constantly trying to achieve balance between production and profitability while also respecting their social and environmental expectations. How can we clean up our waterways, remain environmentally sustainable, and attract young talent to the industry, all while making money at the same time? It's simple. We're already doing it. Farming's no longer about just putting cups on the cows. We need to take the consumer on the journey and show them how their food actually came to be. Farmers are breeding from their most efficient cows each year. At LIC, bulls are already being measured on how much methane they're outputting. By combining our best with the country's best, the genetic gain is really quite exciting. Breeding a cow that's going to give us more milk with less costs, less feed on maintenance, and less vaccinations each year. If we can milk less cows, there's going to be less time in the cow shed. How good would that be? Reducing stock numbers is currently seen to be the single biggest thing we can do on farm to reduce our environmental impact. Don't you see? The consumer actually wants the same thing as us, a smaller team with more Barretts in it. It's no surprise that the cost of everything on farm is increasing at the moment. And farmers need to be businessmen and businesswomen to make sure that every cost is actually giving them a return. When we're heading into town with our fruit spreader to pick up a load, every kg that falls into our spreader is costing us a lot. We need to make sure that where we're putting it is going to give us the best return. A conversation my old man had with an old man when he was younger often still reminds me of, you know, Sonny Jim, when you're spreading the good stuff, you want to stay away from the gateways and the waterways. They're already nurture and higher fertility and they don't need it. That old man told my dad this 40 years ago. An old man who had never been to university, yet he knew the single most basic rule to nutrient spreading. Isn't it obvious? Avoid hotspots, because cows spend greater time in there, and they're already in excess in nitrogen, so by spreading them there, you're wasting your money. He was probably actually more worried about wasting his money, but you know, in that case, and in most cases, what's best for the environment can actually be better on our bank balance as well. There's technology now that makes it easier, like proof of placement and yield mapping. But it's about sharing what we know with others that don't know, and making our consumers aware of the environmental best practice we're doing on farm each day. The future of farming is really exciting. As the consumer shifts to a more sustainable way of living, they want to know that the food they're eating is good for them and good for the environment. And how lucky are we to be in an industry producing the food every day that can tick so many of their boxes. The world population is expected to be 9.3 billion by 2050, and all these people have to eat. We just need to prove that what we're doing is sustainable. Producing food in a natural way to a growing consumer demand. I can't think of any industry I'd rather be in. Isn't it clear? We don't have to choose. We've already got the Barretts. We just need to keep doing what we're doing and be proud to show it to the rest of the world. Thank you.
Chris Poole. Just going to stand back over there and Google who the Barretts are. I don't pay a lot of attention. I'm not a very good citizen. It's interesting talking about what the consumers want. There's a Danish pig abattoir that is 100% transparent. They say we practice radical transparency. You can go online, you can watch the journey that that pig takes from the moment it arrives in the factory all the way through the kill floor and then popping out. And the guy who owns it says if we hide even 1% of what it is we do, that's enough to create mystery and some concern within the consumers. You know, so we need to think about that kind of radical transparency here as well. If you compare that, to example, to the very broken American model, consumers are going to know and they're going to find out one way or another. Why not just show them what's going on? As they say, farm as if you've got a townie standing over your shoulder asking what's going on. Which, to be fair, when I visit your farm, is pretty much what is going to happen. I'm a farmer now too. AFMG with my 10 acres. Don't laugh, Michelle. I'm rural. I'm insured my lawnmower. It's great. I've just got new, I can't wait to get home. Got big stubbly tyres to put onto it, wet weather tyres. Can't wait for them to have a little EV lawnmower. What? What? Nothing wrong with that. I've got lawns to mow through my bloody orchard. All right. I say orchard, it's some olive trees on a hill. How are we doing, judges? Oh, we're good to go. All righty. Let us now welcome from the Martin Young Farmers Club, a herd manager and second in charge on the family farm, milking 420 cows. He was the 2020 Manual 2 Dairy Trainee of the Year. His topic, how will automation and innovation impact New Zealand's employment market? And economically, please welcome David Reesby.
Raise your hand if you're a farmer. Good, that's what I like to see. Keep your hands up if you have a phone. Because of the click of one button, it's never been easier to shift my cows onto the next break. Good evening, audience, fellow competitors, and Te Radar. I'm David Reesby, and as Te Radar said, I'm the herd manager on our family dairy farm in the Manawatu. Our farm uses automation and innovation to create a more efficient farming system where I can focus on the decision making. I've always viewed automation and innovation as a worthwhile investment into our farming system. So tonight, I will explain how automation and innovation will impact New Zealand's employment market, both socially and economically. And lastly, how automation and innovation could be the solution to New Zealand's current employment crisis. The social impact on New Zealand's employment will be realised as innovation and automation is invested into. An example of this are cow collars. Farmers who have invested in these can now focus on optimising pasture quality, allocation, and the health and production of the cows. The 24/7 monitoring systems track rumination, eating patterns, and the movements of the cows, whilst also detecting when a cow is cycling, and the accurate information enables some farmers to increase their in-calf rate by 5%. Social benefits of automation include less fatigue and burnout in farm employees over busy spells such as mating and calving. The rosters could be improved so employees can spend more time off farm. Socially, dairy farming would be seen with advancing technology, increased flexibility, better on-farm time, and a focus on improving employees' skills and knowledge. Innovation and automation will impact New Zealand's employment market economically as jobs will be transformed rather than lost. Historically, automation displaced jobs as machines replaced the roles of humans. However, the automation and repetitive tasks have been beneficial to the economy, as it has increased productivity, but it is also beneficial to the people in the long run, as humans have been able to move into more complex and skilled roles. For example, if robotic milkers are invested into, where previous staff milked the cows, new jobs would be made in other industries, such as installation and servicing. Automation provides consistent high-quality work, replacing labour units within the business and saving on staff costs. While some jobs will be displaced, other roles will be transformed. Ultimately, automation and innovation will be the key to New Zealand's employment crisis. Currently, the dairy industry is short of 4,000 workers. If more farmers invested into these automations like cow collars and robotic milkers, innovation and automation will help with these staffing shortages within New Zealand's agricultural sector. Firstly, because it will be saving the existing employees' time and will also make the careers available more attractive to the new entrants in the sector who are currently put off by the slow adoption of the technology or the repetitive nature of some roles within the job. It may also help to retain the existing workers who have become unsatisfied in their roles and find other employment in different sectors. Automation and innovation will impact employment in New Zealand both socially and economically. However, the benefits far outweigh the consequences, and ultimately the investment in technology will be as easily available as Chris well knows, and I think it'll really take the pressure off farming nationwide.
David Rees. When the first round of COVID came through and all of my work stopped, I saw that the woman who was milking for my sister-in-law was advertising for a milker. And I went, well, that's perfect. I grew up milking cows. I said I should apply for the job. And my family, who love me, unanimously said no. They said, we've heard a lot of your ideas over the years. That is the stupidest idea we have ever had. I was mortified. I thought I would have been marginally useful, but nonetheless, not to be automated now. Well, it's not, but it will be in the future. I want to get to the point where cows can milk themselves. I guess that's having a calf. Anyway. I don't know. Nonetheless. All right, we're good to go. So, from Taranaki, Manawatu, we move down to Tasman, the Dunsandel Young Farmers Club representing Tasman, manager of a dairy holdings farm in Bankside, milking 1,300 cows. He spent a long career working through the ranks of dairying, contract milking, farm management. What is he going to have to say about how automation and innovation will impact New Zealand's employment market socially and economically? Let's welcome, from Tasman, Johnny Brown.
For a new job. $500. 50 bale rotary with automatic cup removers. Centre pivot over the shed and 20 sprinklers in the corners. Longest walk is 900 metres. Farm B, 500 cows, 36 a side herringbone, 3 rotor owners. The longest walk's 2k. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, sheep and cows. Let's use these two farms to examine what the effects of automation and innovation on the New Zealand labour market economically and socially. But before we do, I've got some statements of facts. Talent chooses where it wants to work. The best farms have the best people. Yesterday's nice to have is tomorrow's minimum expectation. Let's cover the economic argument. In my experience, there is no pricing differential for the quality or the efficiency of a farm. A farm assistant gets paid what they get paid. Hence the same package. But I can tell you for free, Farm A is going to have a lot more applicants. Now let's explore the social aspect. On Farm A, you're up on your own to milk the cows. Cups on 5:30 a.m. 7:30, you're in for breakfast. Now let's head over to Farm B. 2 of you are up first thing to milk the cows. Cups on at 5 a.m. and you'll both be in at 7:30 for breakfast. And guess what? This afternoon, both of you will be back in the shed to milk again, because every milking takes 2 people. Now let's contrast this with your friend on Farm A. They're just doing a bit of maintenance because their workmate's milking this afternoon. So today's a school sports day and you'd like to go. On Farm A, you let the boss know. Sweet as. You milk, shift the sprinklers, you're in for a late breakfast at 8:30 and it's off to school. Now let's head back to Farm B. The boss is also keen to see you go, but you've got a mountain of work to get through. You race through milking, shift all the rotor owners, and you get in the door at 10. And now you're racing to school. You make it in time for the running race, but you miss all the field events. Little Jimmy says to you, Dad, how come Sally's dad can be there the whole time and you can't be? You're both dairy farmers. So let's draw this to a conclusion. Do you want to get paid more for doing less? Here are the benefits of working on a farm with automation. Less hours of work to achieve the same outcome. Lots of energy to do the things outside of work that you want to do. And lots of flexibility and variety in your role. Excuse me a minute. Hello? What? Really? That was fast. Thanks for your call. Unfortunately, the position on Farm A has just been filled. You've got to be quick around here.
So they would have paid more. Just learn how to read aloud for a living. It's the first thing I was ever good at. I went, that'll do. And here we are, all the years later on. Marvellous. Another wonderful presentation from our Young Farmer of the Year competitors. And if you are looking at employment market, one of the key things there was that yesterday's nice to have was tomorrow's minimum expectation and how much. All right, that is my mic dropping out again. So we will wait for the judges. They're having a little think. They're having a little nod. They're shuffling their paper. They're moving their pens. They're turning their paper over. They're giving me a multiple thumbs up to indicate that it is time for me to turn the page. Make sure that I am welcoming the correct person. Yes, I am. What a great day he had out there today. Spent 5 years working as a vet. Now works on a sheep, beef and cropping farm from the Tikakino Young Farmers Club. Speaking, and this is right up the vet's alley, should genetic modification be utilised to reduce methane emissions to help New Zealand meet climate change targets from the East Coast? Mark Wallace.
He waka iki nawa, HWEN. We're all in this together. The Primary Sector Climate Action Partnership. New Zealand's worst name action group has brought methane into the agricultural mainstream. We farmers, who only last year protested for our rights to buy new Ford Rangers that do 9 litres to the 100 kilometre, are now scrambling to find ways to lower our methane emissions. Our best bet at this stage, breeding low methane livestock. So why not supercharge the process and throw some GM into the mix? My name is Mark Wallace, and tonight I'll be discussing the pros and cons of using GM to lower agricultural methane emissions. On the pro side, well, we don't really have anything else going on at this stage. I've read through the meaty 38-page farmer guidance document put out by He Waka Iki Noa, and I wasn't exactly inspired. Their key recommendations for lowering methane included better grazing management, optimising soil fertility, better animal health, and culling unproductive animals. But I thought we'd been trying to do that all along. Livestock farmers' apparent saving grace is their ability to offset their emissions using blocks of scrub or blocks of pine trees. But that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me either. I mean, with the price of carbon set to rise and rise, wouldn't you be better off just selling your credits to Air New Zealand and running less stock? And at the end of the day, farmers are going to start wondering why they get out of the bed in the morning when the block of scrub in the back paddock is making more than the livestock in the front paddock. So, with that disappointment, I did some more research into the future technologies we're going to use to lower our methane emissions. The clear front runner, breeding low methane livestock. We've actually been doing it since 2007 and made some good progress already. A team of scientists has shown that some animals emit less methane than others. This trait is heritable, and, hallelujah, it doesn't seem to negatively affect any other productive traits. They predict that if we focus our selection on this trait, we can lower flock methane by 0.5 to 1% per annum. So, where does genetic modification fit into this? Well, essentially, using GM, we could speed the process right up, and With 2050 a mere 14 sheep generations away, we are in a bit of a hurry. Using GM, we could insert genes for low methane into our existing already productive animal lines. This would mean farmers could carry on buying the type of bull or ram that does well on their farm while immediately accessing the best low methane genes. Well, that all sounds fantastic, but I don't see GM taking off in New Zealand anytime soon. See, New Zealand agriculture likes to target a discerning customer. For this discerning customer, we've lengthened our tails, fenced off our waterways, regened our ag, and pillowed our portholes. Now this discerning customer has developed a taste for low carbon too. Unfortunately for us, said discerning customer has never thought highly of GM. Using GM in any form would taint the image we've been trying to sell the world and could send New Zealand back to the dreaded commodity market. He Waka Eke Noa is presenting a new set of challenges to New Zealand farmers, ones which we don't have any clear answers to yet. Using just a small amount of GM, we could make real steps to lowering our agricultural emissions without lowering production or covering our farms in pine trees. Unfortunately for us, for our discerning customer, any GM is too much GM, so it's back to the drawing board for now. It will be up to you, the future farmers and scientists of New Zealand, to make the big breakthroughs to meet our climate deadlines. I'm sure you're up to it.
From the East Coast, Mr. Mark Wallace. A lot of food for thought there, especially if anyone read the report that came out yesterday on the supercharging of methane by the climatic conditions we are currently undertaking. Tell you what, if anyone wants something to read before they go to sleep tonight, that will cause them not to sleep for some period of time. Let me allow me to suggest that report. All right, so there we go. We have got 1, 2 left before we get the awards. I know there are some nervous young people sitting in the crowd thinking, how have I done? There's a mum comforting that one out there right now. You've done well. We appreciate you. Human being. Light of my life. All right, so school holidays are coming up as well, and there's no shortage of great things to do in New Zealand. If you are from out of town, do what my parents did when they brought me here for a holiday as a child in the middle of July in some year in the mid-1980s. Take them to the Clock Museum. It was excellent, from what I recall. How many people have been to the Clock Museum? Is it still excellent? Great. There you go. Look, I don't do a lot of impersonations. Let me do that girl's face. Clock Museum, it is for you tomorrow. Great. All right, judges, here we go. He is from the Auckland City Young Farmers Club. Grew up in beautiful Mutawai on the family farm. In partnership with his parents, currently rear 1,000 beef calves on 100 hectares and lease a further 200 for beef finishing. Speaking to the topic, New Zealand's food producers and manufacturers are world leading. How can New Zealand's urban sector support and help grow this very successful sector? From the Northern Club, Mr. Tim Dangen.
Aotearoa, New Zealand. We don't know how lucky we are. It's she that provides us the land and the sea, and it's we that take her opportunity to produce nutritious, bountiful food for the world, packed full of energy and all of her natural goodness. A challenge that we face is how can our urban sector help to support and grow this fantastic, successful industry? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I love a challenge, and tonight I'm going to present to you 3 clear opportunities that we food producers can do to help utilise our urban friends. Opportunity number 1, we have to be able to attract more people towards our sector. And in order for us to do this, we have to channel our inner Justin Timberlake. We've got to bring sexy back. If we can attract more people towards our sector, they'll help to fill jobs, expand research and development, and continue to consume and champion our products. Now, I don't mean putting a ram harness on yourself. I mean telling your story wherever possible. Be proud of the things that we're doing well and admit to the things that we could improve on. Marketing our fantastic systems and products has to be an industry-driven effort, and it starts with the very people in this room. Opportunity number 2 is that we have to continue to educate and train those from the urban population who are interested in our industry. All of New Zealand should relish in the growth opportunities that are becoming available through increasing food demand. The world is going to have to produce an estimated 50% more food by the year 2050. We'll have to become more efficient in order to achieve this, and we'll need the help of our Tāone colleagues to do so. Of the 400,000 people currently in tertiary study, only 2% are studying agriculture. So we need to do a better job of showcasing the variety of opportunities that are available, from farmers to llamas, kiwi fruit growers to paddock mowers, wine tasters and hop makers. There's something for everyone. If we can showcase the variety of opportunities that are available, more people will be attracted to our sector in order to help it grow. And opportunity number 3, and this is my favourite. Our urban population is our strongest advertising tool. We want this team of 5 million behind us, championing what we do. In order to achieve this, we must be proud of who we are and what we do, but more importantly, we must continue to earn their respect. If we can earn that respect, they'll continue to eat our succulent lamb racks, drink our exquisite wine, taste our delicious cheeses, and consume our wholesome grass-fed milk. We have to do a better job of telling the producer's side of the story so that our consumers can tell it for us too. In summary, the last 2 years have reminded our urban community the importance that food production plays in the land of the long white cloud. And so, audience, chair and judges, if we can continue to tell the positive stories of our sector, more people will be attracted to our industry and the growth that lies ahead. More people will want to be educated and trained to help us achieve this growth. More people will continue to consume and champion our products, and together we can all be proud of our great food-producing nation. Thank you.
Mr. Tim Danjan, brilliant. What a great presentation that was as well. One of the other great things in this country is there's a great quote. If anyone who's not read Sir Paul Callaghan's book, I really strongly recommend it. It is a crackingly good read. But in the start of the book, in the preface, there was a quote that says, "New Zealand's not a small country, we're a big village." And I think that's a really significant kind of thing to say, because we know everybody in this country. You know, you can literally turn up, you go overseas, for those of you who remember that, sorry, we're ready to go? I'm going to finish this story later on. All right. So, from the Upper Waitaki Young Farmers Club, a block manager for 1,650 hectares on Capified on a big station. Runs 4,000 ewes and 400 breeding cows, and representing the, as I said, the Upper Waitaki Young Farmers Club. The speech topic for Tom Adkins is, should genetic modification be utilised to reduce methane emissions to help New Zealand meet climate change targets? From Aorangi, Tom Adkins.
Thank you, Radar. Indeed, should genetic modification be utilised to decrease methane emissions to meet New Zealand's climate change targets? Well, genetic modification, that's a bit controversial. But should it be? We aren't going to be changing the physiology of our livestock. Our best bet is to change what's growing from in our soil, our pasture. There's some great work going on at the moment at Ag Research in Palmerston North of a genetically modified ryegrass that decreases our methane outputs. This is currently going through field trials over in America. That's right, the great work of our Kiwis is being sent overseas, as genetic modification is not allowed outside of the lab in New Zealand. So why such strict limitations? Have our laws kept up with technology? Really, it comes down to public perception. Until we are educated and have an updated image of genetic modification, no law with such controversy will be passed. So why not use genetic modification? Well, firstly, people say it's not natural. Well, no, it's not going to be happening out there in the paddock. That would be selective breeding. Now, over a long period of time, we can selectively breed for grasses and livestock with a lower environmental footprint that produce less methane. But that takes time, a long time. The difference between genetic modification and selective breeding is hundreds of years and millions of dollars. We have targets to meet by 2030 and 2050. Time is not on our side. Secondly, we could lose our clean and green status. Well, that's a marketing campaign plastered all over the world celebrating our vast landscapes. With genetic modification, the size of our mountains nor the colour of our grass will be changed. Genetic modification is a microscopic solution to a global issue of a gas that I can't see that benefits our environment. Thirdly, what if we lose our market demand? Well, let's look at our customers. Our biggest customers are China, the USA, and the UK. Both China and the USA have a huge amount of genetically modified crops already grown in their soil. So would our consumers really have an issue if what is already on their shelves is genetically modified or is eaten something genetically modified? In the UK, it's a bit of a different story. They are not allowed to grow genetically modified crops, but they can feed supplementary feed that has, such as genetically modified grain. The only catch being, it can't be marketed as organic. And fair enough. So, to sum up, our consumers overseas may already be more educated than we are here in New Zealand. We can fast-track selective breeding to meet and surpass our climate change targets. When we're driving down the road, we can't tell the difference between genetically modified grass and non-genetically modified grass. So yes, I think we should use genetic modification to decrease our methane emissions. Our future farmers in the audience, do you? Thank you.
Brilliant. Tom Adkins. Tell you what, we've been modifying grass in Northland for the last 40 years. It'll be legal one day. All right, here's a wrap on the FMG Young Farmer of the Year speeches. Round of applause for all 7 of our contestants. All right, let us have a look at the excellent video from New Holland.
Farming. It's a whole new world. It's making new agricultural innovations work for you. It's putting new technologies to work to get more from every square centimetre. It's the people who are beside you every step of the way. It's new ways to farm more. With the strength of an agricultural giant behind everything you do. It's a new world of farmers doing things new. New Holland, the strength behind you.
Brilliant. That was very sexy. What about a round of applause for New Holland? All right. Brilliant. We have got one last person to hear from tonight. Where would we be without her? She's the New Zealand Young Farmers Chief Executive, Linda Coppersmith. Right, it really freaked me out, Linda. Had a little, thought I was having a stroke or something. Hello, Linda.
Kia ora. Can everyone hear me? Is that on? Yes. I thought I'd have a lectern, so I'm not even going to pretend that I'm speaking without my notes. So just bear with me. I guess, first of all, I'd like to say that at Young Farmers, we are really passionate about inspiring young people who have a passion for the food and fibre sector, and we want to nurture that passion. We want to keep it going. So the events over these few days, they provide an opportunity for the young people in our sector to display their already huge talents and to learn new skills and to keep that spark alive, keep that passion going. Being on farm, as you guys will all know, is tough at the best of times. So it's really important that for us at Young Farmers that we are really inspiring that passion and creating the
giving them the opportunity to have the skills to survive those tough times that are absolutely inevitable, as we know. And I think today, farming in that rain definitely was a lesson in what it's like to farm in tough times. Oof. Being on farmers, what was I going to say? So for young farmers, this is all embedded in our strategy. So we have 4 pillars in our strategy: well-being, connection, inspiration, and empowerment. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to bring sexy back, like Tim had mentioned. We do our best, but I don't think it's going to be up to us entirely. However, through young farmers and others, we hope the sector can continue to attract and retain these awesome young people and provide them with the opportunities like FMG Young Farmer of the Year, FMG Junior and AgriKids to show how awesome they really are. Last of all, I'd just like to say a real big shout out to the friends and the families and the communities of the FMG Junior and the AgriKids competitors. You guys work tirelessly to get these young people here. There's raffles, there's fundraisers, there's hours and hours of work and commitment, and I just want to really sincerely say thank you for doing that and for getting these young people here today to compete. And last of all, as always, I really want to thank our volunteers. Today was a tough old day. I really like a sunny grand final one day. That'd be really nice. But absolutely, you guys are amazing, and we couldn't do it without you. Of course, our truly marvellous sponsor family, who are all sitting down here tonight, we couldn't do it without them either. And a sponsorship for FMG Young Farmer of the Year is not just about sponsorship. It's a family, it's a true partnership, and we honestly could not do this event without all of your support. So really, really want to thank you for that. Yes. And one of our really strong values in Young Farmers is one team. And what I love about these few days with FMG Young Farmer of the Year is that it shows how all together we work as one team and we do something really, really amazing. I think that says something about our sector as well. So well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to kick into our awards ceremony. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the category prizes for the AgriKids and the FMG Junior Young Farmer of the Year. So if you are a winner, congratulations. Here is what you are going to do. You're going to get up. You're quickly going to make your way out of your row. You're going to head to the stairs behind the screen to the right of the stage, which is that side, right? So you're going to go down to that side of the stage, come up and accept your award, and then smile for what we in the awards industry call the grip and grin, which is essentially where you get your award and you look at the camera and you put a smile of delight on your face. Now, if you're heading to the stage to present an award, same stairs to the right of the stage. Behind the screen, we're going to hand you the prize and an envelope with the winners in it. You'll read their names into the microphone. Does that make sense? And then you will join them, I guess, in their moment of gripping and grinning. So, let us crank into it. Firstly, with the AgriKids. Look, I'm going to say this. I'm a 50-year-old man who, emotionally, I'm dead inside. There is very little that brings me pleasure in this world, but one of the things that does is these AgriKids competitors. They are absolutely magnificent. They are fun, and they are feisty, and they are full of knowledge about what it is that they're doing. And it is without a doubt an absolute bloody joy to see them turning up, especially year in, year out. I think I've got relationships with many, not the children, with many of the, literally with the kids. You see them coming through from littlies and they get bigger every year and the same skills come through and they compete and they are absolutely ferocious, and I think it absolutely makes this competition. So, let us celebrate them now. The AgriKids Regional Final, we saw over 500 primary school age competitors take the fields across the country. In teams of 3, they faced 7 agriculturally based modules kindly hosted by our sponsors and supporters. And again, what a shout out today. Those modules were magnificent. And I tell you what, there was a lot of people who weren't AgriKids who were pretty jolly jealous they did not have a go on that fire scaffold thing today. That was awesome. The top 7 teams head to a race-off at the end of each one. We find the top 3 regions to represent the grand final. They all come here. What a day they had. 21 of them, a brainy bunch, tested across all kinds of things, and we're going to find out now how they did. But first, what about a round of applause for all of our AgriKids grand finalists? So the AgriKids module winners. This is awarded to the team who scored the highest in the modules. I'm going to invite PTS rep Scott Myers to the stage. While Scott comes up, let's have a look at the excellent PTS video.
Service and quality have no boundary. Commitment and integrity combined with sustainability are the core values here at PTS Logistics. Our highly experienced team focused on innovation ensure outstanding efficiency. Our bespoke transportation equipment was developed locally for our domestic agricultural and construction industries, and to cope with the demands of New Zealand's unique and challenging landscape. Aligning our core values, PTS is dedicated to delivering maximum service without compromising safety. Incorporating safety by design with cutting-edge engineering. We've eliminated the need for dedicated loading bays. And we can accommodate all configurations to maximise load efficiency. Utilising our nationwide branch network, we provide a complete end-to-end logistics and warehousing solution. We embrace our community responsibilities here at PTS Group with family values at our core. PTS Logistics deliver in full, on time, within specification. Your proud brands in our safe hands.
Brilliant. I've actually got my truck and trailer licence if you're looking for a driver. Let us tell you what the price package
Might
is.
actually give that a miss.
Scott.
If your parents don't trust you on the dairy farm.
Oh, fair point. Hey, look, the contestant is going to win a FMG backpack and a $25 hunting and fishing voucher. So, the AgriKids module winners. Scott.
Tasman Tykes, Hamish Webb, PJ McIntosh, and Melanie Philpott.
Tasman Tykes. Look at these tiny little champions. Aren't they great? So they won the highest module scores overall, the Tasman Tykes. Congratulations, Hamish, PJ and Melanie. Here they are receiving their prize, FMG backpack. Is it the same backpack that I've got? It's a great backpack. I tell you what, I love that backpack. Oh, take it everywhere. And a $25 hunting and fishing voucher. There they are. That's right. Good work, Scott. And smiling. Great, smiling again. Nice work. Brilliant round of applause for the Tasman Tykes. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, PTS. All right, the AgriKids Agri-Quiz winners. This is awarded to the team who scored the highest in the Agri-Quiz. It's a difficult word to say, Agri-Quiz. We're going to invite Hamish Gow from Lincoln University to the stage while we watch the Lincoln University video.
Te whare wānaka o Aoraki. Lincoln University's story begins with farming, but it doesn't end there. Lincoln's specialist programs focus on cultivating a sustainable future for some of the country's largest export sectors, including dairy, meat, horticulture, wine and tourism, while managing their impact and protecting the environment and resources. Students grow their potential in a world-class learning and research environment that prioritises nurturing the earth and fostering manaakitaka amongst the entire Lincoln whānau. Lincoln graduates and researchers have the expertise to make meaningful contributions to society, growing solutions to real-world problems for the benefit of future generations. Come to Lincoln University, a place to grow.
Brilliant. Hamish. Prize pack, an FMG backpack and a $25 hunting and fishing voucher to each of the competitors. Who's the winner of the AgriKids Agri-Quiz Prize?
Long Beach Farmwise, Edward Pottinger, Liam Lash and Edward White. From
Edward,
Long Beach
Liam,
School.
Edwards. Double Edwards, single Liam, Long Beach Farmwise. From Long Beach School, which is, of course, at Long Beach. So named because in New Zealand we tend to stare at things and go, what do they resemble? Well, it's a beach, it's quite long. Long Beach. So there we go. Two double Edwards and, oh, catastrophe. It's not. There you go. Edward and Liam. They won the AgriKids Agri-Knowledge, AgriKids Agri-Quiz. All right, there they are. Getting them into their little huddle. Tell you what. While he's there, Hamish is all going to come to Lincoln. Winners! How old do you have to be to go to Lincoln? Can you have those little geniuses just turning up? Skip high school? Yes, thumbs up to that. Off they go to Lincoln next year. Top notch. Child prodigies. All right, the AgriKids Race-Off winners. This is awarded to the team who scored the highest in the race-off. Slightly different format this year, but nonetheless they had a competition in the race-off sphere. From Ravensdown, we're going to invite Claire Gordon to the stage. Welcome, Claire. We do not need to see the Ravensdown video because we have already seen the Ravensdown video and it was excellent. So the prize is the FMG backpack and the $25 hunting and fishing voucher, going to the team that scored the highest in the race-off. Claire will take the envelope from Caitlin. She will walk to the stage. She will position herself at the microphone and she will read out the names of the winners who will win the FMG backpack and $25. See, this is actually, I make it look easy, but there's a lot of skill. And hi.
Hello. So the winners are the utter disappointments. We've got Mason Lash, Dylan Pascoe, and Harrison Clover.
Mason, Dylan, Harrison, they are not utterly disappointing. They are utterly fantastic. They're from Carmel Intermediate School. They got to take just a really, really short trip to grand final this year. Sad for them, great for the parents who went, fantastic, we don't have to fundraise. It's in town. Oh, actually, Carmel's a little way away from where the field was today. Hey, but the utter disappointments, what a great team they were. Mason Lash, Dylan Pascoe, and Harrison Cleaver. Harrison was there as well. They got the highest score in the race-off. So congratulations, and great, aspirational bow ties as well. I've never really seen anyone successfully pull off a bow tie until tonight. So not only did they win the AgriKids race-off, also quite high in the fashion stakes as well. And you can tell we're in Northland because they're all in shorts. The only other place that happens, congratulations, the only other place you really see kids in shorts, it's literally the polar opposites of the country, Northland and Southland. All right, so amazing. Congratulations to all of our winners in the was that all of them? Was that all of them? There's more. Oh, there's another one. It says, congratulations to all our AgriKids category winners. Oh, I see. We're doing the categories. And then I didn't read ahead. FMG Junior Young Farmer category prizes. All right. You just saw some of the teams up here not very long ago. But way back in the regional finals, every one of our FMG Junior Young Farmer of the Year grand finalists were faced with the face-off in a field, in a shearing shed for some reasons, all over the show. Wherever we could get it without the wind blowing away my script. They had been challenged with modules earlier in the day, the same as they were today, and they've made it to the top 5, much like the teams tonight, all qualified to be here to represent their region in Whangarei. So they've had a busy couple of days. Last night they sat a 1-hour exam. before, it says defrosting here this morning, but it was before basically getting drenched during their 2-hour farmlet, the 7 modules and their speech. They've all worked incredibly hard to be here. I think it's magnificent. Please, a round of applause for all of our FMG Junior Young Farmers of the Year, grand finalists. Great competitors here as well. You see some of them coming through from the Agri Kids, and you see some of them coming back year in, year out, and they just get better and better. So, the FMG Junior Young Farmer Exam winners. I'm going to invite Samantha Budd from Lincoln University to present this prize to the team that scored the highest in the exam. Each of the contestants will get a $30 Rebel Sport voucher. So, it's not going to be Samantha, it's going to be Hamish standing in as Samantha. He is receiving the envelope from Caitlin. Lincoln University representative announcing the winner of the exam last night.
Okay, so we've got Cameron Bruns and Quinn Redpath from Napier Boys High School.
Congratulations to the two of them, Napier Boys. Very strong school. We always see pretty much every year a finalist in here from Napier Boys, sometimes two. They are an exceptional school. And you see, if you look at the results from around the country, some schools really stand out with the quality of the students they put through. And often a lot of that is because of the quality of the teaching staff that they have at that school and the support they get. So, if your school does not have a great agricultural department, offer any assistance that you can to make sure that that can improve. So, congratulations to Cameron and Quinn, Napier Boys High School, exam-winning champions. What a great module it was out there today. The innovation across all of them, absolutely sensational. So, the team that scored highest across the modules, we're going to invite Juan Luis Toledo from WorkSafe to present the prize. Let us have a look at the WorkSafe video.
Farming to me is about connecting with your piece of land and your animals and the people around you.
Leadership is huge in terms of health and safety on farm. The standard I set is a standard that we all need to be held to, and that includes upwards and downwards.
The key to good health and safety on farm, I'd say, is just creating positive work habits.
Yeah, seeing the cows happy and doing well and producing well, grow a connection with them.
The key to good health and safety on farm is actually utilising it as a tool. When it becomes a box ticking exercise for compliance, it's sort of lost all the meaning.
Good health and safety is everyone going home safe at the end of the day.
Farming to me is not only a business, but it's also a lifestyle. So yeah, being able to work with my family and work with animals and the land, yeah, I love it.
Magnificent WorkSafe. I love those WorkSafe videos. You get a chance to see the contestants in their home environment. I think it's absolutely magnificent. We'll be showing that all the way through, I suspect, next year as well, so that we celebrate those contestants. A round of applause for WorkSafe. All right, the module winners.
And the winners are Jack Foster and James Clark.
All the way from Mount Hutt High School. Jack and James winning the module. They had an advantage. They've already got quite highly oxygenated blood from living at altitude. They've come down here to near sea level in Whangarei from Mount Hutt High School. Jack Foster and James Clark, module winners. So congratulations to them. Another great high school. See, they're wearing shorts. What do we do to our kids? It's winter. Put them in some long pants. There we go. Receiving their handshake, receiving their voucher, receiving their certificate, and now moving forward. Go forward, go forward, go forward. That's it. Brilliant. There we are. Oh, now the photographer's got to go back. Go back, go back. Get closer. It's a lot of business that goes on. I mean, it's, you know, you think it's easy to take a photo. Oh, no, it's very difficult. Round of applause. Jack and James. In the the middle of the day. It's never easy to turn up and make a speech anywhere. It's even more difficult when you've got modules and exams and farmlets and things to do, but they had their speech today as well. So we're going to invite Ray Roberts from PTS Logistics to present the prize for the team that scored the highest in the speech competition. They will be taking away the $30 Rebel Sport voucher and the certificate trophy. What is it? Is it a trophy, certificate? What is it? A thing? I haven't really been paying attention. Oh, it's a trophy. Is it a trophy? It's a trophy. Thanks, Bree. It's a trophy. All right. Here we go. Who won the speech competition? Moment of dramatic tension. As Ray from PTS Logistics logisticises himself towards the microphone, receiving the briefing from Caitlin. He's got the envelope. He's got the certificate. She's got the trophy. Hello.
I'm not Ray.
It's not Ray has made it to the stage. See, PTS Logistics, they will solve problems that you didn't even know you had. Experts.
Anyway, it's Scott again, Radar.
I thought it was Scott. Still no job.
But we have got a small truck that you could start on.
Right.
Okay, so come and see us after.
Work my way up.
And the winner is Mary Ernest Tessa Berger.
From Mahurangi College. So congratulations to them. They won the speech contest, going away with the trophy, the $30 Rebel Sport voucher, and the chance to repeat their speech live on stage. I mean, that's not written down, but we could just chant it until they do. We won't. That would be cruel. Congratulations to them. And a smile. Great work. Photogenic. Lovely. Thank you, Scott. She'll be calling you on Monday. The FMG Junior Young Farmer Farmlet winners awarded to the team who scored the highest in the farmlet. Then you're going to invite Paula Knapp from the Environmental Protection Authority to the stage while we watch their video.
It's not that I'm so much passionate about sustainable farming, I'm passionate about the New Zealand farming industry. And that's a really important part about making us successful for the future.
We already are world leaders in sustainable farming practices, and we just need to keep pushing and be even better.
We can farm here, we can grow great food and great fibre, but we can also enhance the environment. You know, that's a win for everyone.
Keep your mind open, and there are solutions that you can do. You won't be able to solve it all yourself. It's got to be a collective solution.
Yeah, environmental sustainability is really a process that's ongoing and continuing. There's no limit really to how much better you can make the environment.
I think most farmers are trying their best for the environment because you want your farm to look good and it's where you live. So you're not intentionally going to be poisoning your own rivers or anything like that.
There's increasing regulations which I think are necessary. So it's important that farmers going forward continue to work with local communities and industry bodies to make sure that what we do in New Zealand is sustainable long term.
We want it to carry on being a reliable source of food for the world, so we've got to look after it, doing our bit.
New Zealand farmers have to continue to be the best in the world at what we do. That's about proactively solving the problems that are coming towards us.
I think it's really important that we set a good standard and promote our environmental progress that we're setting up. The more we can publicise it, the better the image of farming will be, and it's really important.
It's about taking the opportunity to work with others in the sector, other young farmers, other old farmers, the next generation of farmers, to collaborate and to lead the change of what's going to become, embrace it for what it is, an opportunity.
Paula, the farmlet winners.
The winners are TFL and Renee Zwageman.
Tia and Renee, former Southland Girls High School competitors. You saw them up here on the stage earlier on. congratulations to them. They had the best of the farmlets today. I'll tell you what, anyone who's got a little bridge that needs to be built in the near future, come and hire some of these kids. The quality of some of that carpentry was second to none. It was excellent. So, if you did not take photographs of some of those bridges, shame on you. I did, straight up to Pinterest. There we go. Super good. So they are receiving their vouchers, their certificates, their trophies. They'll turn. That's it. Paul is going to be in the photo too. Great work. There we are. Great. Work it. Nice one. All right, the FMG Junior Young Farmer Face-Off winners. That's what you saw earlier on this evening from Massey University. We're going to invite Renee Corner to present the prize. $30 Rebel Sport voucher for both of the team members. So Renee, from the International Sheep Station. Really makes me quite excited to think. I know that I'm not saying it right. It's an International Sheep Centre for Excellence with International Sheep. I've done a lot of research. I had to write a history of Palmerston North, and sheep featured predominantly in it. A lot of great sheep stories. So, Renee, I don't know who's won the quiz. Who won the face-off?
So the winners are Amelia Riggin, and Erin Hum.
Brilliant. Nice work. Now, were they team 3? Were they team 3? Yeah, they were. Great. Congratulations to them from the high school that they represent, which was Christchurch Girls High. Great part of the world. There they are receiving. Make sure the certificates are the right way up. Can't afford to Photoshop those. All right, there we go. With Renee, winners of the face-off quiz. So congratulations to Amelia and Erin. Thank you, Renee. Contestant of the Year winners. We like to recognise good sorts around here, which is why we ask our module hosts to pick out our contestants or their contestants of the year. These are the contestants who show qualities celebrated within New Zealand young farmers: manners, encouragement, sportspersonship, and all-round good attitude. So, I'm going to invite from WorkSafe, Kevin Lampin-Smith, to present the prize, the FMG backpack and a $25 hunting and fishing voucher to the Agri Kids contestant of the year. It's going to be one of them. Which one is it going to be? We will find out as soon as Kevin is given the envelope and the whispered briefing. And this is great. This is the module judges all coming together and thinking, you know what, this person really stood out and we would just like to acknowledge them. I think it's a very important thing to do, to pick out those people that stand out. Kevin?
Almost Kevin. Juan Luis Toledo.
I'm just going to say what's written down here. It's been a long day.
Good. So the winner is Hannah Tyler.
All right, Hannah. Great work, not Kevin. All right. And congratulations to Hannah, who is from where? Where's Hannah from? Central Hawke's Bay. Of all the bits of Hawke's Bay there is, the central bit is by far my favourite. Does Waipawa, is that Central Hawke's Bay? I've always got my little Waikawa butcher's hat in the car. I like to wear it to go pick the kid up from school. Great publicity. They gave me a free hat and I still wear it. Got an FMG hat as well. Wear that. Not at the same time. Alternate. Congratulations, there she is. All of the kids are excellent, but she was more excellent. All right. Who is the FMG Young Farmer Contestant of the Year? You will remember her as being Linda Coppersmith, because she's Linda Coppersmith. She's the New Zealand Young Farmer CEO. Oh, wow. That's a heck of a prize. This person gets a $200 prize voucher from Massey University and a $250 hunting and fishing voucher from Lincoln University. Make that noise again. Linda Coppersmith. Oh, no, didn't you? Oh, okay. You could scoot along. I've got the name here if you wanted to just... I can just read it out. There we go. All right. What a great prize. Don't drop it. All right. Shh.
Okay. The winner, the FMG Junior Young Farmer of the Year, Contestant of the Year is Renee Zwageman.
Congratulations to Renee taking away that great prize. Prize voucher from Massey University, $250 hunting and fishing voucher from Lincoln University. So congratulations to Renee. Thanks to those two wonderful universities. They will be arguing amongst themselves, I'm sure, who gets the right to complete the rest of her education. So there they go, competitor or contestant of the year for the FMG Junior Young Farmer. All right, here we go. The placings. I'm going to invite Beth Davies from the Ministry for Primary Industries to the stage to present the... Is it just third place that she's doing? Yes, it is. So she's going to do third place. The prize for the contestant is the FMG backpack and a $40 cash reward, a Ravensdown duffel bag made from repurposed billboard vinyl, a $30 prize voucher from Massey University, a prize pack from New Holland, and an invitation to the Ravensdown mocktail mixer. Where's mine? Should have competed. Too old, aged out of the agri kids. What even is the Ravensdown mocktail mixer? Is that like a function for children? Why don't we get to go? All right. Beth, third place in agri kids.
Congratulations to Long Beach Farmways. Got Edward Pottinger, Liam Lash, and Edward White from Long Beach School.
Long Beach. Congratulations to them taking away that wonderful prize package and the invitation to the Ravensdown mocktail mixer. Now, the highest and most sought after invitation on our dance catalogue over the next... Is it tomorrow? Is it before the thing? You didn't get an invitation, Michelle. I think it's before the thing, isn't it? Oh, we probably don't go. We've got, like, thinging to do. All right. That's it. Make sure you got those certificates. All right. Brilliant. Congratulations to Long Beach. From the Environmental Protection Authority, Paula Knapp. Paula is going to present this one. And then, who's after Paula? It's going to be a Veronica from FMG, just so she knows, so she can be close. She's not available. Tara, hey, you want to present a prize, Tara? You're a problem solver, Michelle. All right, so, second place, FMG backpack and a $50 cash reward, a Ravensdown duffel bag made from repurposed billboard vinyl, the $50 prize voucher from Massey University, the prize pack from New Holland, and the invitation to the Ravensdown mocktail mixer. Second place.
A huge congratulations to Tasman Tykes. Hamish Webb, PJ McIntosh and Melanie Philpott.
Congratulations to them. We've seen them up here collecting a prize earlier on, the Tasman Tykes, thanks to Paula and the Environmental Protection Authority. So there they are. You may remember them as the Tasman Tykes from earlier on, same ones. Their lives have been changed forever with an invitation to the Ravensdown mocktail mixer. I am really going to... I've got a lot of people to talk to after this. I'm going to make sure that next year that is in my rider. All right. I was quite presumptuous there, assuming that I was going to be invited back. Things don't... It's tenuous. Never really sure I'll even be invited to continue the rest of this awards presentation. Great work. Tara from FMG. She's going to present first prize, the FMG backpack and the $60 cash reward. Ravensdown duffel bag made from repurposed billboard vinyl, the $70 prize pack voucher from Massey University, the prize pack from New Holland, a life straw and gaiters from MPI, and an invitation for the whole team to the Ravensdown Mocktail Mixer and a table at the FMG Young Farmer of the Year evening show, where they can see kind of what happened here tonight, but different, with a meal put in front of them. Good times. Who's it going to be? Tara.
All right, congratulations to Liam, Archie, Leighton.
From. Is that them? Assuming there is no other team that contains a Liam, an Archie, or a Leighton. What school are they from? What? South Waikato. Represent South Waikato. So a mixture of schools. And I tell you what, there's a lot of delightful noises in the world, but you'll go hard-pressed to find a noise that was more delighted than that little boy's grunt of delight. I enjoyed that immensely. So, hey, what a great combination of schools. So what were the schools? Let's hear the schools. That were St. Patrick's, St. Columbus, and Parongia. Awesome. 3 schools coming together, 3 boys. They are the Agri-Kids champions. All right, and they get a table at the dinner tomorrow night, so they can bring like their parents or some friends. Yeah, they get an invite to the mocktails. They do. I mean, you're from the. Congratulations. FMG Junior, so they are your champions. FMG Junior Young Farmer of the Year in 3rd place, Kelly McKenzie from the Ministry for Primary Industries. I could just make up literally any name and some other person is going to turn up to present all of these awards. Kelly, 3rd place prize team is going to get the FMG backpack, a $100 cash prize for themselves and $50 for their school. 2 tickets to the FMG Young Farmer of the Year evening show gifted by Ravensdown and an invitation to the Ravensdown Mocktail Mixer. And a $150 prize voucher from Massey University and a prize pack from New Holland and a $200 hunting and fishing voucher from Lincoln University. All right. Kelly McKenzie from the Ministry for Primary Industries. Your taxpayers' money being pretty well spent to support this excellent competition. All right. In 3rd place. Hi.
From former Southland Girls High School.
Tia and Renee. Ex-Southland Girls High School students. They have taken out 3rd prize, taking away that excellent prize pack with the backpack that they can put all of their other stuff into, including that invitation to the Ravensdown Mocktail Mixer. And 2 tickets to the FMG Young Farmer of the Year evening show. So congratulations to Tia and Renee. Now rolling it down from Ravensdown, we're going to invite Claire to the stage. Claire Vigar to the stage to present the prize, the FMG backpack, the $250 cash prize for themselves, and $125 for their school. The $250 prize voucher from Massey University, the prize pack from New Holland, the $300 Bushbuck voucher from Lincoln University, and 2 tickets to the FMG Young Farmer of the Year evening show, gifted by Ravensdown, and those very elusive invitations to the Ravensdown Mocktail Mixer. Every time I say that, it just hurts a little bit more. Hello, Claire.
Hello, how are you? Hot?
Yeah, I am a little hot, actually.
It's still, what, 19 degrees up here in Whangarei?
Yeah.
Alrighty, we have 2nd place goes to the boys, Cameron and Quinn.
Cameron and Quinn from Napier Boys High School. Congratulations to Napier Boys High School. They had two teams here today, and one of them has come second in the competition. As I say, always great competitors. Strong team down there in Napier at the Napier Boys High School. Congratulations to Cameron and Quinn. All right, there we go. Being congratulated by Claire. Nice work. Tara Burnley from FMG is going to present this next prize, and that prize, of course, is the champions, the FMG Junior Young Farmers of the Year for 2022, are not only going to receive that life-changing accolade, but an FMG backpack to put it into, the $500 cash prize for themselves and $250 for their school, a Ravensdown hosted experience, an invitation to the Ravensdown mocktail mixer, $400 prize voucher from Massey University, a prize pack from New Holland, $500 RM Williams voucher from Lincoln University, and a hydration backpack, gaiters, and a boot dryer from the very foresighted MPI, and for the whole team, a table at the FMG Young Farmer of the Year evening show. Tara.
All right, so the FMG Junior Young Farmer of the Year champions for 2022 are Amelia and Erin.
Congratulations to Amelia and Erin. We're going to have a word from them. Hey, I forgot to ask you guys a question from the South Paronga region. Get back up here. Forgot to interview. It's going to be very brief. Where's the mic? There we go. Here's one here. Send up a representative. All right, great work. Were you chosen by your other two teammates who went just, oh, here we go, he's coming. No, you can come as well. And then while they're having their photograph, come up here. Come up here. Stand over there, some distance away from me. Socially distanced while I hold this. Hey, all right, so here you are. You've had time now to go back and settle into the crowd. What are you thinking at this exact moment in your life? Don't go away. Don't go away. Don't go away.
Still can't really believe it.
What do you think the secret of your success was?
Our help that we had, thanks to everyone that helped us out. And just...
My wizened and withered heart is breaking. You were great. And if you could say anything to anyone else who is looking to get their kids involved in this, what would you say?
I'd say do it. It's just a lot of fun, even if you don't make it in. It's just fun to try it.
Absolutely. And what was the highlight for all of you, apart from winning, was?
Probably the fire task.
Great.
Yeah, fire task. Too.
Great.
The MPI honey task.
Brilliant. All right. Hey, there are your champions. Round of applause for them. Nice one. Hey, winners! All right. I can tell that you've won things before because you've got badges on your jacket. I don't know what they mean, but they look impressive. So, congratulations. First thoughts?
Really thankful. Yeah, it's been a great opportunity and we've really loved it this week. Yeah.
Toughest part of the day out there?
Probably the Coomera.
Oh, that's right. Was it you before, or was it someone else who mentioned the Coomera?
Someone else, but I'm not too familiar with...
You're not too familiar with Coomera? Coming from Christchurch,
no.
Home of the root vegetable. Well, the good thing is with a bit of climate change, anyone like to thank or anything you'd like to say at this point in your life?
Well, I should probably thank Silver Fern Farms for helping us get here, sponsoring us with some stuff.
Great. What did they give you?
4 big rump steaks.
Was that like a choice of eat or sell?
Oh yeah, just chose to eat it. Why not?
Great work. Hey, that was awesome. And how about you? Anyone you would like to thank?
Definitely our parents. Both dads have been here today and they've been loving watching us and we wouldn't be here without them, which is great.
No, you wouldn't. Where are the dads? Where are the dads? Oh, proud dads. Look at that. Your dad's got the cell phone out. He's taking a video right now of his own thumb. Because he's a dad. Hey, and what are you going to say at Assembly when you go back to school next week or week after?
Just encourage all the younger students to get involved because it's such an amazing competition and we've learnt so much in our participation in the Junior Young Farmer of the Year. So yeah.
Well, absolutely brilliant. Congratulations to the two of you. And Christchurch girls, congratulations, dads. What a great competition. All right, I feel as if I'm alive again, even though I don't have an invite to the Ravensdown mocktail function. All right. We Back You contest sponsored by Ravensdown. Oh, here's a chance to have a word about it. All right. Introduction for the We Back You, or the hashtag We Back You comp was drawn at the conclusion of our practical day. The winning spectator crew will take home $1,000 for the team's school or the contestants' young farmer region. To enter the draw, they had to upload a picture to social media in their supporters' gear using the hashtag We Back You and tagging in Ravensdown. Jacqueline Rouse from Ravensdown. Saw you hanging around today. Always a pleasure to have you on board. Who is going to take away that $1,000 for their school or young farmer region? Thanks to Ravensdown for this. And their mocktail mixer. Hey, did you get an invite?
Yes. I did, and to just reassure everybody, in case he creates more of a disturbance, do come.
I will. Everybody heard.
He's always turned us down in the past because he has other opportunities. But it is my very great delight to be here for We Back You. And it actually applies to every single person here, whether you are a contestant, a team member supporting your others, a parent, a teacher, a class, of course, all the volunteers and the other sponsors. We back you, we back New Zealand agriculture. And right now, I can say that in terms of the picture that was uploaded to the hashtag We Back You, we looked for a group that was focused on its team. And from the marvellous Manawatu, it is Iwinui School that I'd like to invite up here.
Yeah, the Huanui. And then the Hunter Ways. All right. Huanui, tell you what.
The long way round, we can say that this is an invisible large check called a COVID problem and snail mail, but well done, because everything that your entire school, not a very big school, entire school focused on you guys, and we could see that you were being willed to do well. So congratulations. And now you have to kiss me.
We don't have to cut away. All right, $1,000 heading back to how many kids at the school? How many kids at the school? 130. Is that like $9 each? All right, straight to the tuck shop. Nice one. They can spend. They can spend. Do they have tuck shops? Congratulations. And a massive thank you to you as well. It has been a long night. Night is warm in this concrete bunker, but we appreciate you hanging in there with us. This year has been a little bit different. We pivoted, as they say, to deliver all of our regional finals within the red traffic light setting. It was complicated. It required a huge amount of support from each and every one, from contestants all the way through to all the people who brought them along. And you did it. We managed to do it. We got through, and we got everyone up to here. So thanks to the sponsors, the supporters, and the volunteers for sticking with us. Thanks to the parents, the teachers, the caregivers for their dedication to bring their amazing young people to be part of this contest and to be contestants. And to the contestants for making the FMG Junior Young Farmer of the Year and the Agri-Kids contest. Without you, it wouldn't be a contest. It would be me standing in a field thinking, gosh, there could have been kids here competing. So we really do appreciate you making it everything it is. Every year, it goes from strength to strength, and it only does that because a whole lot of great, committed, driven kids enter, and they compete really hard for it. We can have all of the organisation in the world we want and all the supporters, but if those kids don't turn up on the day, then it is nothing. We really do appreciate you young people for doing that. I say it in the most patronising 50-year-old way that I can. So, If you are not joining us tomorrow night in person, the entire evening will be live streamed on the brand new New Zealand Young Farmers website. You can join us from afar, wherever you like. You can cheer on your grand finalists and find out in real time who will be crowned our Season 54 FMG Young Farmer of the Year. I'm going to see if we can't even broadcast live from the Ravensdown mocktail function. We probably can't. For those of you who aren't joining us, hey, look, this is a really great, it is a very special time of the year. We build a lot of really strong relationships, not only during the course of the year, but over many years with contestants who enter this from Agri Kids, the juniors, and indeed even our FMG Young Farmer of the Years, with them and their families. That is what this is all about. It's actually a community event. So we thank you all from the bottom of our tiny hearts. Travel safely for those of you heading home, and we'll see many of you again in the future, I'm sure. Take care. Congratulations, winners. Mocktail function.